Andre Cacciatorin in the Nesson Studios alongside Pat Bradley for our very first Nesson.com Fantasy Football Mailbag video, where you, the fans, send us your fantasy football questions to our Twitter and Facebook accounts, and now we're going to answer them for you. And our first question is from Twitter user Jillian Souza, and Jillian writes, "What do I do about Jimmy Graham? I have Wilson as my quarterback, but Graham hasn't done much. I want to give him a few more weeks. Thoughts?"
I think you have to play your studs. It's just kind of a law of fantasy football. He's gonna bounce back. Yes, he only had 2 targets this week, but the Seahawks didn't really play a great game. They weren't in the red zone a lot, and that's where he makes his impact.
Well, our second Twitter question is from Jenny D, and Jenny asks, "My starting fantasy football quarterback is Luck. My backup is Bortles. I'd like to start Bortles, but the Jags are at New England."
I have the same problem. Andrew Luck is my fantasy football quarterback. I took him a little earlier than I probably should have. But again, you have to play your studs. Blake Bortles just isn't NFL ready. He doesn't really have the weapons. Andrew Luck is the guy. You have to think he's going to shake out. Stick with Andrew Luck this week.
And let's move over to Facebook now, where Tori Kelleher asks, "With Tony Romo down, should I pick up Flacco, Dalton, or Taylor?"
It's a tough question. I feel bad for you Tony Romo owners out there.
It's terrible.
It really is. I think I'm going to go bold here, Andre. I'm going to say Tyrod Taylor, and here's why. Rushing touchdowns count for more points than passing touchdowns, as we all know, and the Bills have the easiest schedule in that minimum 8-week time frame that Tony Romo was expected to miss at this point. So go bold, go Tyrod Taylor.
Well, that's all the time we have for our first mailbag. Send us your questions for week 3 on Twitter and Facebook, and maybe we'll answer your fantasy football questions